Good evening. So I'm back for another vlog. So first I wanted to review the round of 16 and talk about the quarterfinal draw. So let's get on with it. Let's talk about the quarterfinals, the round of 16. There were 5 English clubs in the round of 16 for the first time in years going into the quarterfinals. Now there is only 2. But yeah, let's go through it one by one, the matches. The big shock of the round: Sevilla overcoming Manchester United at Old Trafford, 2-1. Ben Yedder with the goals. Coming on as a substitute in the second half to down Man United. Lukaku with a constellation goal with about 10 minutes left of the match, but it wasn't enough. And in the end, Man United were nowhere. So Man United are out. The big match before that, Juventus and Spurs. Spurs with a brave effort at the old lady over there in Italy, coming back from 2 goals down to equalize the score. Harry Kane with a goal, and I believe Eriksen with the other. So it was a brave effort away to Italy, but in the return leg to Wembley, after going 1-0 up, Juventus come back in the second half. Dybala and Higuain, and ultimately knocking Spurs out. Spurs could have equalised right at the end there. It would have been upside, but it is what it is. Spurs out. Too bad. Next match was Liverpool and Porto. Liverpool had the tie settled in Portugal, coming out 5-0 winners, and it was settled by then. And then after that, they came, drew a blank at Anfield. So quickly just left that as is there, 5-0 to Liverpool, who went through comfortably. Manchester City did battle with Basel, winning 4-0 away from home. Again, just like Liverpool, very comfortable. Tie was settled by the end of the first leg. And then on the return to the Etihad, lost 2-1. So they kind of took the foot off the gas a little bit, so it was a bit of a good constellation for Basel. But again, Manchester City coming through there comfortably in the end, 5-2 aggregate scoreline. The matchup between Real Madrid and PSG, 5-2 to Real Madrid. Ronaldo breaking records again. 3-1 at the Bernabeu, 2-1 in Paris. PSG again falter in the same round. They'll be having its deja vu again. I don't think that exit will ever be as bad. Any exit in the Champions League will be as bad as or historic as the one against Barcelona last season. They spent all that money on one player, I should say, and even Mbappe, and yet no progress has been made. It's a bit like Manchester City in the earlier Champions League days, So inquests over there in Paris about the club's progress in European football, with Neymar being rumoured to want to leave the club. But yeah, not good enough. And the champions, Real Madrid, march on. So they'll be probably favourites to claim a record-breaking, a historic 100th Champions League title. So we'll see about that. Then of course Barcelona and Chelsea drew 1-1 at Stamford Bridge in the first leg, so it was all to pray for going into the second leg at the Camp Nou. And it was a brave effort by Chelsea, but they just were not clinical, and Barcelona were, and especially Messi. So, but I felt like the story, the squad, I didn't tell the whole story. Watching that game, I thought Chelsea were brilliant. They had a go. They were brave. They could have scored at least twice or 3 times in that game. So they were in the match competitively, but when in the big games, man, you've got to take your chances. If you don't take your chances, you lose. You know, that's the difference between winning and losing, and they didn't. They just didn't have the quality in the final third to actually put the ball in the back of the net. So again, that's Chelsea are out. That's 3 English clubs out of the Champions League, leaving Liverpool and Manchester City, and then obviously Bayern Munich coming out 8-1. Aggregate scoreline winners, beating them 5-0 in the first leg and then 3-1 in the second. Roma as well overcoming Shakhtar with the single goal in the return leg. So yeah, that was the round of 16. Very eventful stuff. And let's talk about the quarterfinal draw. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna talk about my preferences in terms of what kind of draw I'd like to see. Not so much a prediction, just a dream draw for me. So first, let's discuss my first pick out of the hat. Ball number 1, Manchester City, going up against ball number 2, that's so random, Barcelona. Barcelona and Manchester City, this will be a very, very interesting match that I would like to see for obvious reasons. Pep Guardiola testing himself again against his old club. The last time these two met was in 2016, which was last season, with Barcelona winning 4-0 at the Camp Nou, but 4-0, and City winning 3-1 at the Etihad. So you know, it was quite even in the end. But they're a much improved side, City, playing some tremendous football this season. I'd love to see what they will do against Barcelona this time around. I'm pretty sure it'll be a very, very interesting match. Yeah, that's one I would love to see, Manchester City and Barcelona. I think people will probably pick Barcelona as the favourites, but I think City could have a good chance of progressing. They'd have a go. I think it'll be a very, very interesting match. That'll probably be the plum draw and the pick of the round there. So yeah, that's my first dream draw. Second dream draw, ball number 3, Liverpool, and ball number 4, Real Madrid. Again, the last time these two met up was in 2014. Brendan Rodgers was still the manager. They had each other in the group stages. Real Madrid winning both fixtures, 3-0 at the Anfield, and 1-0 at Bernabeu. So again, but this time around, Liverpool are a much better side offensively. Defensively, again, that's what could, you know, be their undoing. But again, you know, going forward, it'll be very interesting to see what they could do against Real Madrid defense, which is good, but do have, you know, some issues. They've had a lot of issues this season actually, and La Liga. You know, they're I think they're 3rd or 2nd behind Atletico Madrid. Barcelona are winning with the title. Real Madrid have been very poor, but again, Zidane could save their season by winning the Champions League. You know, so. But yeah, Jurgen Klopp going up against Zidane, that would be a very, very another interesting draw there. I would love to see that. Let's see if. Be interested to see if Liverpool could get some retribution. We actually really thumped them back around 10 years ago in the Champions League when Juan de Ramos was the manager. So yeah, we'll see. The next one will be Juventus and Bayern Munich. I'd love to see that one happen. Again, another 2 clubs with history. Last time they met was in February 2016, in the round of 16. Juventus starting the fixture at home, drawing 2-2, and then Bayern Munich turning it around in the second leg, 4-2. Thomas Muller scoring twice in both legs, and snatching it at the end of 90 minutes to take it into extra time. Yeah, so you know, when Allegri, you know, after his heroics against Spurs, Spurs and Bayern Munich are 2 different kettle of fish, but you know, it'll be very interesting to see. You know, Juventus will be heartbroken after missing out on the Champions League in 2015, I believe. So they'd really love, I think, and Buffon, someone like Buffon, I'd love to see him finally lift that trophy. I don't know how many years he's got left, but it'd be such a good thing to see Buffon win that trophy, and for Allegri as well. I think after that he'd have nothing more to prove at Juventus, and he could probably move on, hopefully, to Arsenal. Just saying. But yeah, Bayern Munich haven't really been paying attention to what they're doing. They're probably running away with it in the Bundesliga as usual. So, but yeah, Juventus and Bayern Munich will be very interesting to see if, again, Juventus could extract some revenge if this draw was to happen. And then Manchester United tormentors Sevilla against Roma. So yeah, those are my picks, my quarter final draw picks, and so yeah, that's it really. The quarterfinals are due to happen, I'm not sure, in a few weeks. Obviously the international break is going to happen, and yeah, I mean, if those draws were to happen the way I said it, that would be amazing. So we'll wait for Friday, tomorrow, for that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time for another vlog.